Hipster football clubs. The football shirt collector's dream. There are a number of football clubs scattered around the world that for some reason seem to garner a little bit more attention than others. There are a few reasons why this is the case. Sort of teams like Sampdoria and Parma, you have the historical reasons, you certainly have the players. Clubs like St. Pauli and Union Berlin, you have the sort of the politics and the culture surrounding the clubs. And then teams like Forest Green Rovers, for instance, the world's first vegan football club. Of course, that's going to appeal to a ever-growing part of society. However, there are still a few football clubs that seem to get a decent amount of attention, but they don't necessarily fit into all of those categories, or any of them. And the reason for that is quite simple. Beautiful, consistent released football shirts. Every season, mostly every season, they release beautiful football shirt designs. They don't necessarily have to be ones that have got crazy designs. They just have to be sleek, simple, but classy and well put together. And at the moment, there is probably one club that reigns supreme. It's a club that I actually have had personal interaction with, and I have a little bit of behind the scenes information for you, which I will reveal once I open up the package. It's a club that you probably will have seen all over social media, and maybe you've had a chance to buy it. They've appeared quite recently, and they have all sold out. So without further ado, I'm going to open the package, and I think you're going to be pretty pleased with the shirt that I bought. Enjoy. Right then guys, I have seen so many photos of this shirt online, and I've actually seen a few people in videos wearing it, and it looks so nice. So I'm going to get into it, and I really hope in real life it looks just as good. Here we go. Don't disappoint me now. It's been a journey. Probably guess who it is just from that, right? Nothing going to be in there. Does that stand out? Does that stand out? Right then. So, get rid of the packaging. Nothing's fancy. Okay then, here is the rear. I think we're probably going to be able to guess who this is. Not often you can tell from the back, but there's not many teams, I don't know if I can think of any, that use this colour scheme. Anyway, let's get this hung up and we can have a look-see. Hopefully this is in shots, otherwise it's going to be a total fail. There we go. Woohoo, that's nice. Well, for anybody who's not 100% certain of who it is of course Venezia Football Club. They are an Italian football team, and they release beautiful football shirts, and yeah, I think this one ticks the box. So I bought this from Vintage Football Shirts. I could have bought it from anywhere really. In fact, I could have bought them myself directly from the club, because I was contacted by the club through my website saying, oh, we'd be interested in doing a deal with you or entering a partnership. So obviously I respond, yes, of course, sure. What have you got in mind? They sent me a spreadsheet with their catalogue suggesting that I buy their shirts to resell. Now, the idea of selling shirts does appeal, but at the moment it's not at the top of my list. But I still had a look, of course. I'm very curious. The spreadsheet had all sorts of things, from training shirts to jackets, and of course the football shirts, and that's what I focused my attention on. So the recommended retail price for this shirt and the away shirt was €90, which kind of makes sense really, because whenever you try and find these shirts online prior to the last few months, they've been very expensive. And what they would do is they would sell me these shirts, so sell me, not necessarily what they could sell other people, they'd sell them me for half the price, €45, which gives me an opportunity to make some money. Of course, I've got to take into account taxes, importing, selling, whatever it is. I said to them, look, right now I'm not going to do it, come back to me in a year. So we'll see what happens, I suppose, when the new season starts. I think they must have sent these emails to a lot of people, because these shirts have appeared quite prominently over the last couple of months. I think the early adopters, they probably start charged at the about the €90 mark, which is about £80, give or take. And I'm sure some people bought them. However, when the big boys appeared, namely classic football shirts and vintage football shirts, the prices, of course, dropped. Now, it was classic football shirts that appeared first, and it's one of those things where I check their website daily. I check it at lunchtime while I'm at work, and then again when I go home from work. Their shirts appeared probably at some point during the afternoon. By the time I'd got home, I had seen the post. I went online. They had sold out in my size. No mediums left whatsoever, and I felt like I'd missed out. The price was pretty decent. I can't remember explicitly what it was. It may have been £30, £35. It was obviously much cheaper than the high prices you're used to seeing. So obviously I was a little bit gutted. Missed out on the shirt. It's a beautiful design. Fast forward maybe 3 weeks, something like that. Vintage football shirts, stock them. Now, the prices were a little bit higher because quite clearly they'll have seen the demand that was obvious from the classic football shirts and the instant selling out of the shirts. Why not add £5, £10 more on? That's just how the world works. Luckily, obviously, I was able to buy one. At the moment, they don't have any left. Not in the medium. I think they have small and large. So if that's your size, go for it. But no mediums. Whether or not there'll be a restock, I don't know. There seemed to be quite a concerted effort to get these shirts out there. So maybe there's a load knocking around. I thought, well, everyone's buying these shirts. I don't really want to be the guy who has the same shirts as everybody else because it kind of defeats the purpose of a collection. But sometimes you just got to do it. And this shirt is one of those occasions. I love the colour scheme. You have the black, the orange, the green. It's just really nice. All the sublimation on the back. The logo itself is embroidered. The Nike logo is embroidered, and then the club name as a sponsor is transferred on. There's a bit of ventilation. You might not be able to pick up on a camera, but there's ventilation on the back. It's just a really well put together football shirt. And I suppose it's about time I was able to add one of these shirts. Historically, they make really nice kits. I know over the last few years they've appeared for sale, but they were quite pricey. And as much as I like the shirt, it's not that good that I'm going to be spending £90 on it. However, that's it. I suppose I can call myself a football club hipster now. I can join the club, though I'm pretty sure I own probably a lot more shirts from a lot more hipster clubs out there. Anyway, let me know. Did I pick the right one? I think this is the current season, so it's the 2021 season. They had the away shirt, which obviously is white, and they had the previous season, which instead of having the horizontal stripes, had the vertical. Yeah, let me know. Did you get one? Are you looking to buy one, hoping to restock? Maybe next season it's going to be even better, and I'm going to feel like a bit of a moron jumping on to get this one, and I'm going to want to replace it. That does happen from time to time. Anyway, that's my shirt. As you can see, maybe I have quite a lot of shirts to open. I don't even know when I'm going to do those. And I have some interesting things arriving as well during next week. So it's going to be very busy. I hope you're enjoying watching this, but that's it for now. I'll let you get going, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.